volume right here. Check 1, 2. Yeah. You're good? Okay. There it is. Okay. And good evening and welcome everybody to the Folletti Ice Arena, although I hear they may not call it the Folletti Ice Arena anymore. I don't know what else to call it.
That's right.
As it's Section 5 hockey on Varsity Media Sports Network. As tonight we bring you the matchup between the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, unbeaten at 5-0 in Division 3, against Division 3 opponent, the Irondequoit Eagles, who also come in unbeaten, 3 wins, no losses, and a tie. Bob Brown and Eric Trifthauser with the call of the game this afternoon. And a team that Notre Dame that's been rolling. We talked about it, during the last few games. They've really gotten off to this obviously great start. And what's really fueled that great start is the power play. Another couple power play goals the other night that propelled them to a 5-3 win over Brockport. 18 power play goals in 5 games for Notre Dame.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Special teams on both sides. We're seeing the penalty kill. I think they went 6 for 6 on killing penalties last week. So special teams, those are both systems. The kids are buying in, gaining confidence, and that will only lend to them gelling as a unit, as a team, and collectively coming together.
And even we look at Irondequoit, their power play hasn't been too bad either. 7 for 15 on the power play. And how about their power play, their penalty kill? They've only allowed 2 power play goals, 14 chances. But what do you always hear? Your best penalty killer is your goaltender. And certainly we're going to see a stellar goaltender tonight in Vaughn Letta for Irondequoit.
No question about it. If you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. And right now he's the best at .97%. 97% of his shots he's saving. So that's what that means to you at home. And the guys got to be ready. They got to take advantage of every opportunity. They got to take advantage and make good quality shots, good decisions, take advantage of opportunities. But that production starts on the ice, Bob, and they can't stay out of that box. So all that production.
Yeah,
right now.
Talking about Letter, you're right. 81 shots he's faced, stopped 79 of them for a .975 save percentage and a 0.64 goals against average. That's very lofty numbers, certainly. But also Irondequoit paced by a pretty decent line. Bryce Billetier, Jordan Flynn, and Eli Velopek can get it done. And then defensively, Leo Letta leads the team in scoring with 12 points. And also Colton Matha, a kid that scored 2 goals in the game here last year. These teams did meet here last year in late January, and it was a win for Irondequoit by a 6-3 score. So Notre Dame may be looking for a little revenge and looking to increase their lead here in Division 3. We will pause here in just a moment for the national anthem. The all-time series between these two teams tied at 5, so they haven't met a lot in the history. Irondequoit, very storied history in hockey, 6 sectional championships over the years, a program that started way back in 1968. They're in their 53rd season. Notre Dame program that started in the 92-93 season, so certainly Irondequoit has a little more history on their side. But a team that's been around a long time. I remember doing games back for WBTA years ago, and Irondequoit was big foes with Batavia back in Batavia's heydays back in the late 80s and 90s. Yeah, so.
That's right. Oddly enough, too, Vice Principal Wade Bianco from Irondequoit, now the principal at Notre Dame.
That's
so,
right.
A little Notre Dame tidbit there for you.
2 longtime coaches, Mark Staley on the bench for Notre Dame in his 14th season, Henry Mozicki helping me out, Jack Schmelowitz, also Adam Reach, and it's Rick Jafrida in his 17th season coaching the Irondequoit Eagles. We're ready to go. It's Hoffmaster at center ice for Notre Dame going against Velapak, and the draw, and here we go, and it'll be Irondequoit to gain the zone first, coming in on the wing. Shot goes wide, but taken by Velapak, a sophomore winger, who corrals the puck once again, trips over the official on the far side of the ice. Notre Dame a steal now. Joe DiRizio with a shot, and that deflects wide. Might have got through it. Might have been a pad save by Letta. And now the puck into the Notre Dame zone, where Notre Dame's captain, Wyan Krolchek, senior defenseman, comes up with it to his partner Hudson. For Alonzo Story, though, a turnover at the line by Story, but Krolchek will cover up for him and take the puck down the left side. Here's Krolchek, winds up, takes the shot right on, and Letta with an easy save. As you saw the defenseman, Jadisi, kind of get out of the way and let his goaltender see that shot without a screen, and he was able to make the easy save on the high-rising slap shot. So a face-off off to the right of Letta. Interesting, he's wearing the C. I see the goaltender. You don't see that a lot, yeah. Irondequoit controlling the draw, and a clearing pass deflects off Vincent DiRizio as both teams change personnel here in the early going. It is Tenney and Grimm on defense now for the Fighting Irish. They'll use 4 pretty much throughout the game. And here's Vinny DiRizio looking to pick up a loose puck and tries to backhand it out of the zone. It's along the near side boards. Cooper Hamilton out there as well. The line here of Schrader, Vinny DiRizio, and Cooper Hamilton. Here's Schrader going in on the off wing shot, save and a rebound. Right. Oh, Cooper Hamilton had a wide open net, and I don't know, I don't know if
that's a big save right there.
Letta did get back. Yeah, he did get back and made the save. I think if he could have got it up, raised it, he might have had a goal there.
That's right. It's a big kid back there.
So another big save by Letta. And Irondequoit a minute and a half into this game trying to clear their own zone. They battle along the near boards. That's Sam Crane out there for the Eagles. And finally they're able to tip it deep. But it's shot right back out again. And Irondequoit will try and regroup. Another captain too, Jordan Flynn, also one of the captains for the Eagles. Play a little ragged, and now it's picked off. An offside call, though, as Irondequoit tried to get a quick break there. As picking up that loose puck was Velapak, but offside on the Eagles. And the face-off out over the Notre Dame blue line. Just shy of 2 minutes into the first period, no score.
Yeah, good to see pressure early. That's exactly what Coach Staley wanted to see.
Notre Dame comes out again with Hoffmaster, Story, and Joe DiRizio. And their number 1 defensive pairing. Here's a pass deflected and then intercepted, but taken right away by Joe DiRizio, and he sends it in deep. Back to retrieve is Leo Letta, leading scorer, as you mentioned, a defenseman, only a sophomore, brother of the goaltender. And here's a shot right on, a glove save on that quick wrister there, taken just inside the blue line, taken by Velapak.
Yeah, we talked about Francesco's glove hand. He is quick. He gets it up there. Nice quick save there, covers it up.
And we didn't talk about that Notre Dame freshman goaltender, Frankie Folletti. And here's Story blocking a shot, but loose in the slot, and a shot just goes wide. Good chance there for Velapak in front. And now a shot deflects up into the netting behind the Notre Dame net off the stick of Joe DiRizio, and we'll have a change for both teams. Let's see where they'll bring the face-off outside the zone, it looks like. Yep. Hamilton will go on the draw. I'm trying to see, I believe it's that Van Duzen, I guess, his opponent. Notre Dame wins the draw. Krolchek can't get it out, shot it into the pads of the forward, and now coming back the other way is Irondequoit shot, and a save there by Folletti. May have been going wide, but a quick shot by Josh Ludolf.
Yeah.
But Fleddy taking no chances. He gloves it and will hang on for a face-off.
Little sense of urgency out by the blue line. Wyatt kind of took his time there, but costly turnover. Francesco saves him.
And here's off the face-off. Puck kept in and then just shot floats wide of the net. And now Hamilton trying to pick up a loose puck, but he's battled behind the net as Tucker Green comes away with the puck back to the point. Here's a shot that goes through the crease, and now Schrader trying to get to a loose puck, cannot. Tenney will sweep it around the far boards, and it will exit the zone and allow Irondequoit to regroup. Pass is tipped in by Sam Crane, but then knocked out again, and here comes Schrader. Schrader now a 1-on-3, dances by one and goes by another backhand shot, but Letta's right there to make a save as Schrader uses that big body, made in a couple of nice moves, and came in on the right side and got a backhand shot away that Letta was equal to.
Yeah, Cooper just sent him and he went flying. He is a freight train when he gets rolling. It's great to see him live. He is moving, just like his dad back in the late Scott Schrader.
Yeah, Scott was a good player though on a couple of those good Batavia teams, as you mentioned, in the late 80s. And here's Hudson not able to keep it in, and Krolchek left to cover up with 3 Eagles bearing down on him. Spins it around the board to the near side. And Story there battling for a loose puck with Jordan Flynn. And now here's Velopek trying to come up with it. Can't. Hoffmeister starts the other way. Off to his left side to Story. Story is upended, but Hoffmeister will carry on. Hoffmeister to the line, trying to stick handle between a couple of players. The puck came in the slot, and high slot. Dorizio took a whack at it, but I think it deflected off an Irondequoit stick and out of play.
Yeah, nice quick shot there, just over the blue line. Got to keep the pressure on. Irondequoit taking advantage of their opportunities as well. So,
and face off to the left of Letta. Hoffmeister on the draw. One by Irondequoit, and then Mantha getting the puck up, and now here come the Eagles. Over the blue line, taking it wide is Ludolf. Ludolf then a centering pass, and came dangerously in front. It was Danduran had a chance at it, but could not come up with a loose puck. Lead pass ahead for Notre Dame. Here comes Story now. Story tried to get it to Dorizio, and Dorizio had a little trouble with that. Backhands a shot that goes wide. Hoffmeister on the right wing board sends it behind the net, where Mantha comes up with it for the Eagles. He'll just lift it out to center ice, and Max Tenney will take control there for Notre Dame. Tries to shake Tucker Green, and now Notre Dame losing it, and here comes Velopek. Velopek, a shot from a tough angle, but it right on, and that has to be gloved away by Levi Grimm. Velopek looking a little dangerous here in the early going for Irondequoit. Grimm going into the corner, battling with Flynn. And now it's Landon Peasy out there for his first shift. Gets to the Schmelowitz, and Schmelowitz will clear.
Yes.
Shot right back in, and Grimm, though, will knock it right back out. But we've got a whistle and a stoppage of play with 10:01 to go in a scoreless first period.
A couple of big hits in that period. Just in that last shift, Alonzo Story, a big howdy hello from Leroy. And he let somebody know deep in the zone.
Hamilton, Schrader, and Vincent Dorizio out. The top line for Notre Dame. And here's Hamilton trying to get loose on the left side. Hamilton has an opening, takes a shot and shoots it wide. Tried to hit the far side and missed. Grimm keeps it in at the right point, comes back to him one more time, and then tries to shovel it over to Tenney, but it escapes the zone. Now pass deflected ahead. Hamilton will pick up a loose puck. We've got a 3-on-3 over to Schrader on the left wing. Top of the faceoff circle. Makes a move. Schrader goes in, passes across the net. I don't think the pass got there, though. I think Letta may have stopped the pass.
That's right.
I think Letta with that goal stick, because he had a man open on the other side of the cage.
Right there.
And I think it was Dorizio, right, that was open on the right side, but Schrader's pass, I believe, blocked by Letta.
Yeah, he's a great goaltender. Teams have a tendency to, when they have great goaltenders, they build around them. We got acquainted with a guy named Lenny Perno from Aquinas for many years, and certainly this guy's coming to play tonight. But we'll see if Notre Dame's up to the task.
So a stoppage of play here, 9:26 to go. Not sure what the issue might be. Yeah, Irondequoit Letta coming off, we mentioned only giving up 2 goals all year, coming off a 5-0 shutout of Canandaigua. And Canandaigua, think about this, a team that put 6 up on Notre Dame.
That's right.
The good thing for Notre Dame is they got 7.
That's right.
And here play resumes now. Krolchek will swat it away from an on-rushing Velopek, and now Schrader will try and catch up with a loose puck at the left point. Kept in. Schrader still has it. Takes a shot from a tough angle. Letta the save. And now back to DeRizio. DeRizio will lose it, and back come the Eagles. To the blue line goes Velopek. Shot right on. See, that is Flynn. Shot right on. Another shot, and Folletti had to make a couple of saves. Not too difficult shots, though, but still in all, had to make the save. Now the puck finally cleared, and Colton Mantha back to retrieve for Irondequoit. Here's Krolchek again along the near side boards. Lost it. It was taken away, but poked out of the zone nicely by Hamilton. But Letta now, this is the other Letta, Leo Letta. His takes a shot. That's right on, and the puck goes out to just across the blue line and then skims just wide. There was a delayed offside there. Krolchek with the clear, gets it ahead to Hoffmaster. He tips it into the zone to avoid the icing call. Puck deep behind the net. Hoffmaster back there battling with the Irondequoit defenseman. And it's a big hit by Joe DeRizio that knocks an Irondequoit player off the puck, and Notre Dame recovers. Tenney and Grimm with a little game of catch. And now pass out of the zone that skips by and will go down the ice, and Giudice will pick it up for the Eagles. Pass ahead, but too far. Unable to control was Sam Crane. And Notre Dame with a possession. Here's a pass to Story. He can't quite handle it, though. And Irondequoit comes back once again. Shot taken wide by Leo Letta, the defenseman. Puck spots free, and Hoffmaster gets to it first and chops it out of the zone ahead to Joe DeRizio. 1-on-3, though, for DeRizio. Does make a move by one, but Giudice cleans him up and knocks him down in the right wing boards. Good clean hit there by Giudice to prevent a scoring opportunity, and Irondequoit comes back. Hudson now will take over possession of the puck. Puck comes near side, and Krolchek can't get it out. And now here's Flynn with an opportunity, and that goes off the side of the net. Centering pass by Flynn, but it goes behind the net. And Vincent DeRizio will pick it up there for Notre Dame. Waits by one, and then will take it up the ice. Here's Vinny DeRizio. Vinny DeRizio into the zone. Quick snapshot, and Letta will deflect it up into the netting behind him and force a face-off.
Yeah, right idea. He had Gavin coming in on the trail right there. So if that bounces right back out, Gavin's right there to. And something I may have inadvertently said, not the bacon, the biscuit in the basket is what I'm saying.
Schrader will take the draw for Notre Dame. Can't quite see who's out there for the Eagles. And the draw controlled here by Irondequoit initially. Sent behind the net. Hamilton forechecking. DeRizio intercepts a pass, but then he had it taken away by Flynn. Now a loose puck at the blue line, and Irondequoit able to control. It's Flynn, and Velopek takes it away from him, and then Flynn went offside, so Velopek had to wait. Centering pass deflected away and finally recovered on the far side by Tucker Green and fired into the Notre Dame zone. Krolchek will clear it out for Schrader. Cross ice pass for DeRizio. Ahead for Hamilton, and Hamilton can't quite catch up to it. Well, now he does. Letta in there in the corner to bang him into the wall. DeRizio on the right wing boards for Notre Dame. Stripped of the puck, and back come the Eagles. As they've got a 3-on-2 opportunity here. Here's Velopek's pass into the slot area where he tried to get it to Leo Letta, but did not connect. And it is Cooper Hamilton with a nice lead pass. Finds DeRizio. Here comes DeRizio, has Schrader trailing. DeRizio still with it, and then the pass behind Schrader, but DeRizio then tripped up, able to keep it in, and we're going to have our first penalty of the game here as DeRizio was tripped up by Tucker Green just inside the blue line.
That's what happens when you're moving the puck and, untimely. And this is not something I'm sure that the Irondequoit personnel wanted to see. This is a lethal power play. So, but again, Notre Dame, you have to take advantage of those opportunities when they come your way.
18 for 34 on the power play in the first 5 games. Now, as they pass it around, here's a shot by Schrader. That's deflected away and sent down the ice by the Eagles. Krolchek goes back to get it, and he'll leave it for Schrader. And Schrader will speed up the ice. Comes on the left side and then drops it for Cooper Hamilton. Hamilton following the blue line and now takes it in on the right wing side. Stops, gets it back to Schrader. Schrader out high to Krolchek. Krolchek shot straight away, blocked by Flynn. Goes into the corner where Schrader retrieves. Got Joe DeRizio in front, and there's the pass to him, and there's Letta make the save. I don't know if he got a lot on that shot, but he did get it in there, and Letta was able to corral that in his midsection and hold on.
Yeah, good puck movement in the 1-3-1. They're getting everything up top, just so clearly they want everything to go from the top through Wyatt. Nice shot, get a low man right out front, opportunity.
46 seconds left in the penalty, and there's the draw. Hamilton wins it, but it escapes the zone, and it'll be DeRizio to go retrieve it. Looking over the Irondequoit foursome, and a pass on the cross ice pass to Hamilton. He'll leave it for Krolchek. Krolchek takes it into the zone, is bodied off the puck. Hamilton retrieves at the point, and now at top of the faceoff circle, controlled by Krolchek. Krolchek, pass off to his left to DeRizio. DeRizio tried to get it into the slot, pass blocked. And back to DeRizio. DeRizio, another centering pass, but that goes behind the net. Schrader comes up with it, backhands it to Hamilton, setting up shop behind the Irondequoit cage. DeRizio in the circle, and a centering pass, tried to get it to Schrader, but it deflects away. Penalty time is over, and they get it to DeRizio. Other DeRizio shot, and that saved by Letta. As the DeRizio is in close, I thought Joe could have shot it, but instead passed across, and I think that allowed Letta to get over, slide over.
Yeah.
As DeRizio had a little trouble with that pass initially, couldn't quite control it, and Letta had the time to slide over and make another save.
Yeah, you got to hand it to Irondequoit. That playing the box down low like that, they just tied up a lot of lanes for this Notre Dame lethal power play.
So 4:09 to go in a scoreless first period. Hoffmaster wins the draw, and it goes back to the point where it's kept in for the moment by Tenney, but taken right back out by Irondequoit. And Letta, that's Leo Letta, will send it down the ice. Grimm trying to get there, but he's beaten to the puck by Danderand. And now Hoffmaster in control. Hits the brakes, and then tried to get it up to Noah Whitcomb, freshman winger. Up on the right side, couldn't do it. There's a shot from center ice that's right on Folletti, and he kicks it off into the corner. Play on the near side now as Tenney tries to muscle it out. Alonzo Story out there to help out. Puck comes back to the point, though, and it's Letta kept it in again, and a shot right on. Folletti makes the save. Here's Velopek. He had it chipped away by Whitcomb, and it goes down the ice. And they're going to call that icing. Whitcomb did a good job to strip the puck away, but got a little bit too much on it, and it traveled the length of the ice, crossed the goal line for the icing call. And both teams will make changes now with 3:20 to go in the scoreless first period.
Definitely an important defensive zone faceoff here for the Irish.
It is Velopek against Schmelowitz, and the Eagles control. There's a block shot, though, nicely by Peasy. Now Gino Folletti tries to work it ahead. Play scrambled a little bit here, and they'll reset with a defenseman. Hudson over to Krolchek. Krolchek has a little trouble with it, but not pressured much. And now we'll try and work it up the left wing boards. Runs into Schmelowitz. Schmelowitz, though, will backhand it into the Irondequoit zone. Eagles will try and clear and do all the way down the ice, or to the blue line, actually, where Hudson stopped it. Shot back in. It'll be a delayed offside. Let's see if this gives Notre Dame a chance to work it out, and it does, as Folletti and Krolchek combine to clear. Schmelowitz almost got away in a steal, but can't control it, and now it'll go back to Sam Crane. Crane shoots it in, right on Folletti. And our Schmelowitz doing a nice job on the far boards to chip it out to center ice.
Yep, nice job by that line.
Yeah, Notre Dame has played, they've played that third line on 2 or 3 shifts now. Irondequoit's simply going with 2 lines.
Yep.
And
that's exactly what you'll see early, you know what I mean? Do that early and they'll pay the... Oh.
There's a pass that went off a skate and almost gave the Eagles a chance, and now Schrader will try and break out the other way. Gavin Schrader tried to make a move around the defenseman Letta, but could not do it. But Rizio recovers the puck. He takes a shot, and Letta will glove that shot. May have been going wide, but Vaughn Letta, the senior goaltender, not taking any chances with 1:48 to go in the first period. And we'll see a face-off to the senior goaltender's right.
Nice bit of stick work up at the blue line by Vinny. Drags it back. Gets a nice shot off.
Schrader now. Puck flies high up into the air. And controlled by Flynn. And now they'll chip it out to center ice. Tenney is there for Notre Dame. Tenney now fires it right back the other way, but this will be icing against the Fighting Irish. And the face-off, obviously, back into the Notre Dame zone as the Irish will change defensive pair here. Krolchek and Hudson back out to face this top line of Billetier, Flynn, and Velopek. And it'll be Velopek and I thought Hamilton would take the draw. No, they're going to change forward lines here as Story and Hoffmaster come out along with Joe DeRizio. So it's Hoffmaster. And Velopek wins the draw back to the point. Now over to Letta here on the near side. And he'll just fire it in deep. Stopped there by Krolchek. And try to work it back to Letta at the point again. But it is a nice job by Joe DeRizio to take it away. But Letta steals it from him. Walks in. His shot blocked though. Krolchek with a block for the defenseman, then he blocks the pass. Here's a chip by Valletta that goes behind the net, and Story will catch up with it on the far boards and send it out to center ice to Joe DeRizio. And DeRizio offside here as he had a little trouble corralling that pass from Hoffmaster and put himself offside.
Yeah, another great example of why Wyatt is your captain. I mean, just selling out, getting low, block shot down low. Great play right there.
Yeah, that was a big block there. Looked like Letta. Again, their leading scorer, defenseman, 4 goals, 8 assists. And he was walking into the faceoff circle, and Krolchek with a big block. Here's Schrader on the faceoff, then tries to walk in. Hamilton will swat it in behind the net. But the Eagles are there to take it back with less than a minute to go in the period. And it'll be fired down the ice. And this icing call will go against Irondequoit with 49 seconds to go. And they'll face it off to the left of Letta. Hamilton to take the draw against Velopek. Velopek wins it. And now the puck up on the boards and able to break out are the Eagles. Here they come to the red line. And then just onside, puck in behind the Notre Dame net. Krolchek giving chase here to Velopek. It's work free on the near side as Tucker Green is out there battling with Krolchek down below us. Schrader can't get it out, and now it'll deflect off his pads, and DeRizio almost had a break. Still trying to pick up the loose puck, but good job battling there with Mantha. Schrader picks up a loose puck, though. Shot goes wide behind the net, and here's a backhand attempt by Hamilton. But Letta's over there, snug up against that post to smother it for a save.
No question.
With just 9 seconds to go. Face off to the right of Letta. Now Velopek, I think, booted out. I think it's Flynn and Schrader. Schrader tries to go around Flynn. But the puck is into the corner. And that should about do it for the period. They do get it out of there just before the horn goes, but really not a scoring threat there in the last few seconds. And the first 15 minutes come to a close, and we have no score after the first period of play. It's surprised, well, I mean, Notre Dame had the one power play opportunity, but as you mentioned, a good job by Irondequoit to hold their positions, and they're really not, I don't think Notre Dame had any really glorious opportunities on that power play.
Yeah, if you came to watch an exciting brand of hockey, you're coming to this game tonight. You know, unfamiliar territory a little bit here from Notre Dame. They got to regroup.
Yeah, there's not too many periods this year where they have not scored, but this now is one of them as they are held scoreless. Good news for Notre Dame and Frankie Folletti. They were able to hold Irondequoit off the score sheet as well. So we are scoreless through the first 15 minutes of play here in Batavia. You're watching Section 5 hockey on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Second period action down the road a few minutes.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Cuts inside. Touchdown, Red Devils. Rosin coach Greg Murphy. There's you.
What a move!
And the foul.
videography, and photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games,
Patience offensively against this excellent defense. Now the shot's fired. How about that? Right into the top of the cage off the stick.
Be second down and 3. Handoff this time right up the middle. And B.J. Clark is gone for the touchdown.
school events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone at 866-577-1950.
And getting set for second period action. Welcome back as you watch Section 5 hockey on the Varsity Media Sports Network. I want to thank Kyle and Steve, Kyle engineer, Steve the cameraman in this game tonight for Varsity Media. Bob Brown and Eric Trifthauser with the call. And a couple minutes away from the start of the second period. And pretty well played. I mean, not a lot of high grade, I guess, scoring chances for either team. I mean, there were a couple deflections in front, a couple of point shots that, the goaltenders had to be. I think Notre Dame had a few more chances in close, but Letta, the big goaltender, making the save. So teams kind of feeling each other out a little bit, I think, in the first period, too.
Safe to say, yeah. And it's back and forth. It's kind of what to be expected. But, as we said at the outset, they're going to have to take advantage of those opportunities when they come, because he's going to swallow those pucks up. And he made a couple of key saves on a couple of deflections, but, take advantage of the opportunities when they come. I want to thank Varsity Media as well. I know a lot of fans all across the country watching here, folks down in Florida. I know Mr. Jack Staley, Raj and JoJo down in Fort Myers. So a lot of excitement here in Batavia, where it's a lot cooler than Florida. But to your point, I think we're getting what we expected, a tight defensive battle between two great teams.
Well, we're cooler than Florida, but we're about the same as Texas, right?
That's right. Yeah.
No, I don't mean to laugh, but they've had a hard time down there. That's actually quite a shame with the power issue and things. But Irondequoit, they actually, interesting, they were on the bench with still about 5 minutes. They've been sitting over there on the bench out of their locker room for at least 6-7 minutes now. And I was talking to Eric off mic here. I think they would like nothing more than to come here and knock off this unbeaten Notre Dame team. They were here last week, a week ago tonight, I believe it was, and beat Genesee 7-6. The score was in that game. However, big difference. The big goaltender Letta did not play against the Ice Devils. They played their backup goaltender.
Yeah, they clearly came to play hockey tonight. They're playing well in all phases. Like I said, that penalty kill, boy, they played the box, took a good shooting lanes away from this Notre Dame team, but it was to be expected, and now we'll see what happens here. Notre Dame finding themselves, like we said, in a spot they haven't been in.
And Notre Dame did a good job first period. I mean, they've been hit with some penalty trouble this year, but they were able to stay out of the box in the first period. So playing perhaps a little more disciplined.
Oh, no question. I knew that was a priority when we talked to Coach Staley, without question. Keeping those guys out of the box. That's where the production plays, on the ice, not in there. So, yeah, hats off to that, for sure.
Well, Irondequoit down below us here to our right, as we're stationed at that side of the rink. Pretty much the camera just to the right of the cameraman here.
That's right.
So we don't get the greatest view, although, like I said, I had to do the first game in the box, which was almost impossible. At least a little better sight lines out here outside the box. So. And Notre Dame huddling up across the way, again with Coach Mark Staley and his assistants.
Some last-minute instructions as they come out to start this second period.
Teams will start all even the second period. It looks like it'll be the number one line for Irondequoit, Billetier, Flynn, and Velopek, with Giudice and Letta on defense. Notre Dame will go with Hoffmaster, Story, and Joe DeRizio as the forwards, Krolchek and Hudson the defensemen, and the Irish win the second half draw. And now a tip pass, but control, and now shot in the zone, but misreading the play a little bit. Misread between DeRizio and Story. Here's DeRizio with a big hit, knocking down Letta, and Hoffmaster steals on the far boards for DeRizio behind the net. DeRizio trying to shake free here. Get the pass out front. He's knocked down momentarily, still able to keep the puck. It goes out high, and then Hudson will vacate the zone, and that allows Billetier to race back the other way. His shot is deflected and goes behind the net. As Hudson, got a piece of that. Comes back out in front, and that shot goes across the crease. Still not clear. Here's a bad clearing attempt, and right in front, as it was Billetier had a chance in front, but a good job by Krolchek to come over and get in the way and block that shot. Velopek will keep it in. As Irondequoit with some early pressure here, second period. Velopek takes a bump from Story, The shot didn't get through. Now it comes back to the point to Manta. His wrister is gloved by Folletti. Looked like it was going to track a little wide, but Folletti, seeing his team scrambling a little bit in the defensive zone, decides to hold on for a faceoff.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed early here, Bob, is this Cooper Hamilton and Joey DeRizio. The amount of forechecking, they just come at it. Great forecheck down here right in front of us. Puck turns over, almost turned it into a Notre Dame opportunity, but just a great job of that.
Hamilton and Ludolf now on the draw. One by Notre Dame, and here's Grimm behind the net. He scored a goal the other night against Brockport, his first of the year. Ahead to Schrader. Schrader with some speed, fires a shot, goes wide though. Wide and all the way outside the zone as it rang around the boards. And here's a pass deflected, touched with a high stick though. Although Crane doesn't really agree with that, the player that was charged with that offense. And they'll bring the face-off out to the Irondequoit zone. Brockport was the other day. Move on, Bob.
As they say, never shoot wide to the far side. That has a tendency to happen when
it seems like that's where they're trying to beat Letta, isn't it? To the far. I've seen quite a few shots like that. Here's a shot by Grimm, but it goes off the pads of Billetier. Excuse me, not Billetier. That's Tucker Green out there. And now Vince DeRizio, that is, will shoot it in. Goes around the boards where Schrader catches up with it, tries to cut to the net. Here's Schrader, he's got DeRizio, but didn't see him, and then puts it in front, but Letta blocked the pass and then sprawls on the loose puck in the crease. And Notre Dame will change the defensive pairing. Hamilton, Schrader, and Vinny DeRizio stay out as the forward line. And they'll go against Irondequoit's top line. Velopek will step into the face-off circle to face Hamilton. And the draw goes back behind the goal. And it is Manta, can't collect the pass. Schrader comes up with it into the circle. A centering pass just goes wide and hit Hamilton. Hamilton now loses it. Velopek comes up with a chase by DeRizio. Skates away. Schrader, though, with a poke check, able to knock it free, but it's sent back out to center ice. Hudson there, his pass intercepted by Billetier, who will shoot it right back in. And a pass deflects in front, and a diving attempt there. Billetier trying to get to a loose puck. Hamilton may have saved that as he sprawled and kind of disrupted the play a little bit. And now the puck deflects into the Irondequoit bench across the way for another stoppage of play. 2 minutes and 18 seconds into the second period. Still no score. And a face-off in the Notre Dame zone. Hoffmaster and Ludolf on the draw. And Irondequoit controls. Centering pass is deflected and goes out of play again. So they'll do it again to the left of the freshman goaltender, Folletti. And puck in the circle and taken out by Notre Dame. Moved ahead by Joe DeRizio. Here's the freshman winger trying to go wide on Giudice. Turns in the corner, sends it out high, and it deflected off Hudson. He couldn't keep it in the zone. Krolchek will cover up for him. And a pass over to DeRizio. His pass, though, too far as he tried to hit Hoffmaster. Story will track it down, but Letta now will leave it on the near side boards, taken there by Green, and he's bodied off the puck. Story trying to carry on for Krolchek now. Krolchek being hassled from behind, takes it in, a shot deflected away off the defenseman Giudice. The Eagles trying to counter, but trying to get a steal here is DeRizio. Joe DeRizio, he's able to keep it in, get the pass to Hoffmaster, but he's knocked off the puck. And Leo Letta will clear the zone for Irondequoit. And here's a pass. I think Krolchek misread that. It looked like he wanted to pass it off to his left and then kind of took his eye off the target. I think he thought he had someone up the ice ahead of him. He did not, and it's an icing call against Notre Dame.
Another great shift by Joey DeRizio. He's just very impressive hockey player. Haven't had an opportunity to see him play a lot, but just a great, unfortunate pass out of the zone, but really great look from down low.
Face off in the Notre Dame zone, won by the Irish. Sent across to Gavin Schrader, and the big junior winger now tips it out of the zone ahead to Vinny DeRizio. DeRizio has Hamilton with him, gets by him. Here's DeRizio in the face-off circle, shot right on. Letta made the save. A nice low shot, tried to beat him 5-hole, but Letta equal to the task. They send it the other way, and here's a possible break for Billetier. Billetier in the face-off circle. His shot right on, and Folletti makes the save. Puck behind the net, centered, and tipped away from Velopek. Velopek recovers, takes it out high, pass off to his right, and a shot there, and I don't know if that got through. Folletti might have deflected it behind the cage. So Irondequoit now putting on a little pressure. Puck into the corner, they whip a centering pass, but that deflects into the near side corner. And now Mantha tried to work a pass into Velopek, and Velopek missed it. Velopek all over the place, though. He still has it. Now in the right wing corner, back to the point. Now they come over the left side to Mantha. Mantha pass into the slot area for Velopek, working it around quickly. They work it down low, and comes out to the blue line and jumps over the stick of Mantha. And that'll give Notre Dame an opportunity to retaliate. And then DeRizio looked like he got the elbow up a little bit. And a penalty call here as Filiguera was standing at the blue line, and it looked like DeRizio tried just maybe clipped him with the shoulder or elbow. And he's going to get the call. Notre Dame's first penalty comes 4 minutes and 31 seconds into the second period. Scoreless game.
Yeah, just unfortunate too, because as you're coming through the neutral zone, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to cut off that pass. He did it effectively, and Gavin Schrader was right there to pick that puck up. Just an unfortunate, situation there. Clearly, Vinny not happy about it.
He's taking his time getting into the box here.
He plays with a very competitive spirit. Coach Staley told me if he was playing against you in Monopoly and you owned Boardwalk and Park Place, he might bend the board and hit you in the head.
Irondequoit controls the draw. Here's Leo Letta. Pass to Velopek, back for Letta now. Letta looking for an opening. Instead passes off left side. Centering pass deflects away. And let's see, Letta is able to get over to the point on the right side and keep it in. He'll skate it to the middle of the ice. Off to his left now to Velopek. Velopek's shot goes in and scores. I thought maybe Folletti had it in his glove, but looked like it must have beat him to the far side. And a power play goal for Irondequoit. 4 minutes and 53 seconds into the second period.
Boy, I thought he grabbed that, but
I thought I heard it hit glove, and maybe it hit the glove and trickled in and couldn't quite see it. And we don't have the benefit of replays here today. A good passing, good job by Leo Letta to keep the puck in at the point a couple of times. So Eagles on the board first with the power play goal. Well, we mentioned their power play not too shabby either. They're now 8 for 16 with a man advantage. Puck sent into the zone, and Irondequoit controls. Banked off the boards here by Billetier and sent right back in. Giudice will go back after it. Able to get out. No, he stopped Joe DeRizio. The puck went off Story. Here's DeRizio taking it to the net. And now Story's taken down as he tried to get to the net. But no call there. And that allows Velopek to break out the other way. Pushed ahead too far. And that rush is disrupted. But Billetier will carry on the right wing boards. Bodied off the puck by Krolchek. Hudson takes over for Notre Dame. Pass ahead to Hoffmaster. Hoffmaster, possible 3-on-2 here to Krolchek, and then losing the puck. Peasy. Looked like he could have hit the brakes there, maybe got a shot off, but skated right by it. And here's a shot at the other end taken, and a save made by Folletti. Shot from the middle of the face-off circle to Folletti's left. I believe that was Billetier that took the shot. Folletti had to make the save.
Yeah, good. Another great shift. Good example of the 1-2-2 forecheck. They come in hard, and they turn the puck over. Joey DeRizio gets an opportunity.
Hamilton on the draw. They whip it around the boards, and it's Hoffmaster. Hoffmaster with a centering pass, but Hamilton can't come up with it. And now it'll be Schrader for Notre Dame. Schrader with a drop pass to Hoffmaster. Tried to get it back to Schrader, but it was intercepted by Ludolf. Work it behind the net now. Hamilton forechecking. He steals the puck away, gets it to Schrader. Schrader had Hoffmaster in front. Tried to get it to him, but the pass was intercepted by Mantha. Mantha now gets a return pass, has an opening, and will skate it up. Tries a long stretch pass. It goes down the ice, and an icing call. Tried to hit Ludolf, senior forward just across the red line.
Yeah, just not. I mean, they are on top of you, this Notre Dame Irish team. They are on top of you when you're hemmed back in your zone. That's how they say you make a living, right? You forecheck, back check, paycheck.
Yeah. Here's Joe DeRizio to take the draw here against Velopek. And won by Irondequoit. Letta spins it around the boards, and Billetier will clear. Hudson for Krolchek for Notre Dame. And then Krolchek had his pass denied. Velopek forechecking here on Krolchek. Comes back to the point. Giudice will keep it in. Now comes right in the middle of the ice and then swept away. And here's a pass to Story, as it was Whitcomb, I think that was it, that got a nice pass up to Alonzo Story, but he couldn't control. Notre Dame trying to come back now. And here's Letta now intercepting a pass. Has to wait for a teammate to get onside and shoots it down low. Shot it wide. Hudson comes a loose puck, but he gives it away in the face-off circle. And Notre Dame will break out. DeRizio tried to get by his man, stopped momentarily, then carries on, but then muscled off the puck by Velopek. And back comes Irondequoit. Here's a shot that is gloved as Leo Letta wristed a shot in, but Folletti makes the save and will hold on. Midway through the second period, and Irondequoit holding the 1-0 lead. Ludolph and Hamilton on the draw to the right of Folletti. Goes into the corner where Levi Grimm collects it. Starts up the ice, able to tip it out to center ice, but recovered there by Mantha. And now Mantha comes back for Irondequoit. Mantha on the left wing, goes down low in the corner. And then shovels it behind the net. Schrader will get there first for the Irish. Backhands it to Narbaugh, who's out there now defensively. Greg Narbaugh, and here's a pass back to Schrader. Schrader now all by himself, makes a move by one. Schrader coming in, and a back pass for DeRizio, back to Schrader, and the shot blocked by Letta in front.
Wow, what a save.
Yeah, maybe got a little too tight, didn't have a lot of operating room, did Schrader, but still Letta somehow got a piece of it. Now the puck dribbles in front, and they'll take it out of harm's way. Tucker Green, he takes a big hit from DeRizio, and we're going to get a penalty call again on DeRizio. Was that charging call?
I'll have to see. I don't know if I buy that call.
I really didn't even see. I just saw the referee motion. But so Irondequoit goes back on the power play. They are 1 for 1. 6:35 to go. They lead it 1-0 and have another opportunity here. On the face-off, Velopek and Hamilton. Hamilton draws it back and then does a nice job of getting it down the ice. So good work by Cooper Hamilton, a sophomore forward for Notre Dame. Leo Letta back to retrieve. And he'll start up ice. Pass off to his right to Mantha. Mantha gains the zone, whips it around the boards. And the Eagles will try and set it up. Here's Velopek on the left wing. They try to cross-ice pass. It was intercepted. Notre Dame can't clear the zone, though, as Letta keeps it in. At the left point, into the corner. Back for Letta. Now tries over the far side, and a shot goes Billetier. And I think Folletti got a pad on and kicked into the corner. Yep. But now Velopek will race right back in low, and a backhand shot deflected in the air and just tipped wide. Back to Leo Letta. Leo Letta fires a shot, and that goes wide. Irondequoit, good work. Keeping control of the play here on the power play. Letta off to his left. Velopek behind the net. Penalty time down to 18 seconds. They go back to Letta at the point. He'll wrist it. And might have hit some metal there. I thought I heard a little post action, and then Folletti does come up with a save on a sharp angled shot off to his left. Some
big save there by Francesco. Listen, he may be one of the smallest players on the ice, but as a famous Notre Dame alumni, Bingo Messina would say, you can't measure heart. Great save.
So with 12 seconds still left in the penalty A face-off to the left of Folletti. Rudolph on the draw against Joe DeRizio, won by Irondequoit. They send it down low. Hoffmaster trying to dig it out. Try to at least pin it against the boards to kill off the remaining penalty time, which he does. And now Notre Dame able to clear, trying a long stretch pass here, but it'll be offside. Peasy, who came out on the ice to replace DeRizio out of the penalty box, but can't quite connect on that pass. And they'll bring it back into the Notre Dame zone for a face-off.
Yeah, that was a critical save right there.
Yeah.
Now you got to build on it.
Face-off, Peasy and Ludolph. Notre Dame wins it. And will start out of their own zone. And the pass ahead, I just kind of shot into the zone. No one there, Grimm. And now back come the Eagles the other way. Grimm able to come back though and collect it and chip it ahead here to Joe DeRizio. 2-on-2, here's DeRizio, has Story with him. DeRizio tries to make a move and does behind Giudice, but Giudice recovers and play along the far boards. Puck goes behind the net, scooped up there though by the Eagles by Letta, and they'll wrist it out to center ice. Hoffmaster works it ahead to Story. Back for Hoffmaster. Hoffmaster got a stick handle between 4 Eagles, takes it into the zone, drops it for Joe DeRizio. Can't quite control. Now working in the corner, then knocked off the puck. Hamilton trying to keep it in, and it will be kept in though by Grimm. Goes right in front and open net, score! Joe DeRizio, as Letta went for the loose puck, but was deflected away, and the puck right there in the open, and able to knock it home for the Notre Dame goal is Joe DeRizio, and we are tied at 1.
Yeah, hard not to get a little emotional there, but I have to tell you, Bob, those are the kind of quality chances you have to take. And you know, look, he makes an uncharacteristic mistake, and I know I said it the other night, but when you're willing to play in the blue paint, you're going to chip those ones in, and that's exactly what happened there.
Well, they got fortunate. There were 2 Notre Dame players down low, yeah, and Letta came out, tried to. They may be showing it on the replay, or I don't know if we have. We don't get to see the replays. I'm not sure if they have them, but he got kind of beaten by the puck, and the Notre Dame player tipped it away, and then it was the open net for DeRizio. There's Velopek and Hamilton on the draw, and Notre Dame able to control, shoot it in the Irondequoit end, although it's knocked right back out, but Vinny DeRizio will collect. Circle in his own end, skate by 1, and then a nice pass over near side for Schrader. Schrader busting in, here he comes, here comes the big winger Schrader, and tried to wrap around. He had DeRizio in front, but didn't get it to him, tried to wrap around and missed. And here's a shot, Letta just kicked that aside, a shot from the point by Krolchek. Eagles come back, here comes Velopek down the left wing. Krolchek dives and takes him off the puck with a nice defensive play. And now a whistle and a stoppage of play as the net was knocked off its moorings as one of the Irondequoit players had crashed into it.
I did not see that.
Yeah, there were 2 players that he and I'm not sure who it was, but a Notre Dame player, Irondequoit player, kind of tied up and crashed into the far side of the net. So 3:16 to go in a 1-1 tie, second period.
Yeah, Notre Dame displaying an excellent job of regrouping in the neutral zone as well, turning into chances.
Face-off goes to the near side boards, kept in by the Eagles. And now coming up with it behind the net. That's Flynn, or that's Flynn, I think, that had it. And now trying to come out front, but taken away by Notre Dame. Schrader at his own blue line. And a pass ahead for DeRizio. DeRizio trying to get it back to Schrader, but it kind of went between his legs, but it will go into the zone, and Schrader will try and recover in the left wing corner. Bangs in there with the defenseman, and now it comes free, and Billetier will start back. Pass ahead for Flynn, knocked off his stick, but Velopek carries on, takes it in on the backhand, had a man in front, but couldn't get it to him. Hoffmaster able to get there for Notre Dame. And Hoffmaster now behind his own net. Oh, they moved Hawkins. He's playing defense now, looks like a little bit.
I just noticed that.
I think this is a second shift. Here's DeRizio trying to escape between a couple of players. Can't do it. And now they'll come back the other way. And now a whistle as Letta. I think Letta may be getting a penalty here. He and DeRizio, Vinny DeRizio were tied up.
Yeah, when you play like that, as hard as Vinny does, you're going to draw the attention of those defensemen, and that's exactly what he did. And now this Notre Dame lethal power play gets another opportunity.
Well, I'm not sure if Max Tenney was the other defenseman. I'm not sure if he was shaken up, but I think Hoffmester's kind of spelled him in that second defensive pairing. Hamilton to take the draw, wins it. It goes back to Krolchek, and he'll try and set up from the near side point. Across to DeRizio. Here's Vinny DeRizio. Into the corner, Hamilton, back for DeRizio. DeRizio takes a shot. It is blocked, though, and sent down the ice. Blocked by Ludolf, I believe, and then he wrists it down the ice. Under 2 minutes to go in the period and a 1-1 tie. They even put the goal on the board for Notre Dame here. DeRizio, and he is upended. And another penalty here is, I think a leg was stuck out there. And that's another defense. That's Jadisi. So they're two top defensemen out in the penalty. Oh, no, they're going to call it on Ludolf, I guess. 12. I thought it was 21 at first, but it's Ludolf they put in the box. In any event, it'll be 5-on-3 for Notre Dame.
Yeah, if you're Notre Dame, you got to take advantage of this one. But again, there's Vinny DeRizio, speed through the middle. And just caught him.
Hamilton gets down low for the draw, going against Velopek. And he wins it. Nice job by Hamilton. Krolchek for Schrader. Schrader moves it in and then lost it, and it is taken away, and a possible 2-on-1. Back come the Eagles. Joe DeRizio trying to get back into the play, and a nice job there by Krolchek with a good hip check. And now the puck goes ahead to DeRizio. Cross ice pass on the near side here for Hamilton. He'll gain the zone. Back for Hamilton. Hamilton centering pass, and it just goes behind Joe DeRizio. They'll reset here. Krolchek. I think the penalty time got screwed up here, and Schrader had a tough time again, kind of fanned down a shot. He's a little upset with his stick. Back comes Krolchek. Krolchek gains the zone. Krolchek takes a shot, glove though by Letta, and he'll hang on. I think the penalty time is messed up though. It shows both 42 seconds left, so they've got a mix-up over there.
Yeah, they're gonna have to correct that one.
Yeah. If there was 30 seconds difference, so I would think there's probably 12 seconds left in the one and 42 in the other, and 53 seconds in the second period.
Boy, almost a 2-on-1, but Wyatt with that hip check. And, coming from Attica, New York, you could hear that one all the way to Exchange Street. I think the lights turned back on at the Pewter Place. That was a big booming hit.
Well, we have a friendly chat going on between some of the players in the middle of the ice. So that's what I'm guessing. There's probably going to be 12 seconds left in the first penalty to Letta, and then 42 in the penalty to Ludolf. And the officials are back. And again, they still didn't put the goal up. I don't know, maybe the scoreboard's malfunctioning or something. But
having a little difficulty, apparently.
It'll be a face-off in the Irondequoit zone, so Notre Dame still has some power play time left here.
There they go.
And they got the goal up anyway. And Notre Dame wins the draw. Here's Hamilton. Back to the point for DeRizio. Vinny DeRizio. Change places with Krolchek. Into Schrader. Pass goes behind him, though. And then Schrader, watch it get knocked out of the zone. Notre Dame maybe a chance for one more rush here. As Irondequoit again just one man short now. 15 seconds left. Here comes DeRizio, Vinny DeRizio at the red line, gains the blue line on the right side. Durizio tries to go between 4 players, goes back to the point. Krolchek takes a shot, didn't get through. Rebound doesn't get through. Now Krolchek again, that shot is blocked. Good shot blocking, now comes in front. Shot right on save, rebound score.
There they go.
Joe Durizio shot blocked, but Vinny Durizio there to knock home the rebound. And Notre Dame takes the lead, 2-1.
Exactly what you want to do. Get the defensive grouping. They're moving, a lot of movement. They forget about the 2 guys in front of the net. And there he is. Last Tuesday, I think I said put the bacon home. I didn't mean it. I meant biscuit in the basket for all you critics out there. And no one happier than Wade Bianco, principal at Notre Dame. Huge, he's saying.
Well, Letta made a couple of good saves before that, but it was just too much. Notre Dame was all over the crease there, and finally able to bang it home, and they take the lead into the 3rd period, 2-1.
Big turn of events right there. Now do you capitalize on it?
So Irondequoit scoring first, 4:53 into the 2nd period. I believe it was Eli Velopek that got credit for the goal. We'll check that at the break and definitely have that information for you when we start the 3rd period. Notre Dame, though, coming back at 11:09 of the 2nd period. Joe Durizio, after a loose puck in front, capitalized it, jumped on a loose puck and knocked it home after the goaltender kind of got committed going for the puck, and it was tipped away from him in an open net for Durizio. He knocked it in to tie the score, and then that late goal there, Vinny Durizio capitalizing on some strong play in front by Notre Dame as he jumped on a rebound and swatted it home to give Notre Dame. That was an even strength goal too. They had players, Irondequoit had come back to full strength. So both Notre Dame goals coming at full strength. The Irondequoit goal, again, a special teams goal. So stay tuned for what should be an interesting 3rd period, but Notre Dame does take a 2-1 lead as we head to the 3rd. You're watching Section 5 Hockey on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Cuts inside. Touchdown, Red Devils. Rosin coach Craig Murphy. There's you.
What a move!
And the foul.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games,
Patience offensively against this excellent defense. Now the shot's fired. How about that? Right into the top of the cage off the stick.
The 2nd down and 3. Handoff this time right up the middle. And B.J. Clark is gone for the touchdown.
school events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone at 866-577-1950.
And welcome back to the Folletti Ice Arena as we get set for third period action. Still a couple of minutes away. Let's recheck the scoring. We have a change in that first goal. I wasn't sure in any event, so I do apologize. It was actually Jordan Flynn who got the goal for Irondequoit, his 4th goal of the season. Assist going to Bryce Billetier and also Leo Letta, sophomore defenseman. So that change in that scoring, that came at 4:53. Then it was Joe DeRizio scoring for Notre Dame, and I believe his 9th goal of the season, and that was unassisted. And although I thought whoever was down there, I think it was Alonzo Story, I thought may have touched that puck. Remember, he and Letta got to the puck at the same time, and then the puck popped free, and that's when DeRizio popped it in. So I thought maybe Story, I think it was Story that got an assist on that, but at least not yet. And then the go-ahead goal that late by Vinny DeRizio, assist from Joe DeRizio and Gavin Schrader, his league-leading 24. Well, DeRizio gets the point too. They lead the Section 5 in scoring now, both of them tied with 21 points. In this just their 6th game of the season. So yeah, for a while there, if you looked at the scoring, I know it changed, and Eric did a nice job of bringing the stats tonight. After, I think, before the Brockport game, I think the top 4 scorers in the league were all Notre Dame players. But I think a couple of players have now crept into that top 5. But it is Vinny DeRizio and Gavin Schrader top the scoring leaders in Section 5 for an unbeaten Notre Dame team. Though Irondequoit's given them a run. We'll see what develops here in the third period.
Yeah, as they say, Bob, good teams put their opponents away, and you got to see if Notre Dame has the ability to put them away and close out this game in the third period. We said it last week, we'll say it again. Get your popcorn ready, because this is going to be a barn burner right to the end.
This our final broadcast of the week here. Notre Dame goes on the road Saturday. Are they at Bill Gray's? Is that where the game? I think they play Spencerport at Bill Gray's Saturday afternoon. That game will be streamed, I believe, by Varsity Media, but we will not be on. Yep, so Kyle's telling it will be. We will not have an opportunity to be there. I don't know if Spencerport, being a home team, if they have a crew to do the game or not. But we'll be back here next Tuesday when Notre Dame faces Genesee Ice Devils. That'll be a Tuesday night game. I believe a 6 o'clock start, so we'll be back here for that one next week. But Notre Dame's next game on the road against Saturday against Spencerport.
My understanding is they're listening as far out west as San Diego. Am I right about that?
That's right, yeah. I got a little text from my son Brendan out, I believe, in San Diego now. So hello there, Brendan. Brendan, of course, a member of this team for 5 years, back from 2008 to 2012. Always nice when I look across and see the 2012 Section 5 championship banner across the way, which he was a big part of course.
That was a great team, a lot of fun to watch. We've got a couple Notre Dame alums here, Max Hutchins, Jedediah Reese, looking on.
Yep, sitting right down below us,
Having a great talk with Donato. We're talking a little bit about football coming back, so awesome.
Yeah, I still get haunted a little bit. My other son, Philip, who graduated 2005, they lost in the Section 5 championship game to Victor in double overtime. That stung for a little while after that.
I imagine.
Yeah.
It's such a fun ride.
Yeah.
I was saying the other day, I'm driving home, I'm thinking to myself, how fortunate are we that we're 5 games in? It's so exciting to have high school hockey back. It's awesome.
Well, he's talking to you right. Donato Fiorentino plays on the Notre Dame football team, right? I was asking him, like, it almost looked like probably you were kind of worried that you weren't going to get a season at all. Yeah, he's a stalwart lineman offensively and defensively for Notre Dame football team, which was a sectional champion last year. Well, Notre Dame with Schrader, Hamilton, and Vinny DeRizio to take the face-off. And it looks like Hoffmaster is still out there defensively, so I'm not sure if maybe I see Max Tenney on the bench. I'm not sure.
Yeah, design face-off coming up right here.
Yep.
You see the two wingers, they generally blast through, but.
Yeah, Mark's done that for a while. Yeah, did that back in the day. We'll put the defensemen up as the wingers on the face-offs. Here's Schrader now taking off on the left side. Tries to drag it by the defenseman and then try to deflect it in front. Giudice, though, kind of stayed with him and able to turn the play away. Eagles come back. Here's a shot and a save as Flynn took a quick shot from the right face-off circle, and Folletti kicked that one into the netting off to his right. And we'll have a face-off. 25 seconds into the third period. Hamilton and Velopek on the draw. And Krolchek for Notre Dame tries to tip it ahead, and Hamilton does, deflected out of the zone. Recovered though and shot right back in by Giudice. And covering back the other way though is Schrader. Schrader with a wrist shot and a save right on. A nice save by Letta on that low drive by Schrader. Giudice, the defenseman, you probably knew he was going to be a hockey player. His first name is Bruin. You gotta like that. And here's a shot right on, and Folletti has to make a save. As that shot taken by Velopek from the left face-off circle. But Folletti there to make the save and hold it for another face-off.
Yeah, design D-zone face-off. They play it. Schrader goes through, and next thing you know, he's off to the races.
And on the face-off, that is Schmelowitz out there to take the draw. Stays in the Notre Dame zone, though. And now it is Alonzo Story that hustles into the corner to get it. And a centering pass is intercepted. A dangerous pass and a shot right on. Shot by Ludolf. And Folletti had to make a save. Story comes back the other way now. Here's Alonzo Story. Takes a quick rush shot, and Letta hangs on to that one.
Another great save by Francesco. Just great to see him standing up there.
He's had to make a few, especially look like shots from the point that have kind of gotten through to him. He's able to stay focused and see the puck and stop it. Hamilton comes out to take the draws. Notre Dame makes a change here and wins it, and Schrader's shot is deflected into the corner. And then the puck is chipped up into the netting. A minute and a half into the third period, 2-1 Notre Dame. Both teams unbeaten coming into the game, although Irondequoit does have a tie. Tied Brockport in the opening game of the year last Tuesday, 1-1.
Yeah, Hoffmeister staying out there.
Yep, Schrader taking the face-off. Goes back to Grimm. Grimm shot stopped by Cooper, and now comes back to the point, and Hoffmeister was out of the zone and has to go back to retrieve. And his pass to Hamilton had a little trouble with it, had to regroup. For Grimm up the boards, it deflects out to center ice and then down the ice. And Leo Letta will give chase, but it's another icing call. And they'll bring the face-off back into the Notre Dame zone.
Not completely uncommon for Mark to go with a good forward playing back, and made that transition in the middle of the game, not before it, but awesome.
Hamilton on the draw, and it deflects behind the net where Krolchek comes up with it for Notre Dame. Leaves it now for DeRizio. DeRizio hassled in the corner by Flynn, and now Hudson will go in there and bang and come up with a loose puck. Gets it to Hamilton behind the cage. And the sophomore forward now will start out, and then a long pass up the ice for DeRizio, then a backhand pass to Schrader, and an offside though, as Schrader backed into the zone, and he was in there when that puck came out across the blue line and brought back in by DeRizio.
Nice stretch pass. And then Gavin right back. They're getting used to each other. They're playing together, passing the puck better. It just looks nice. It's great to watch from here, for sure.
Now Landon Peasy for Notre Dame to take the draw.
Great to see Lando out there.
Going up against Ludolf. Irondequoit controls and sends it in deep. Krolchek gets there first for the Fighting Irish. Up the near side boards as he's banged into hard. But he recovers. A nice check there by Danduran. Now Story has the puck chipped away. A centering pass and almost knocked in by Hudson of Notre Dame as it deflected. And Hudson had to go off his leg and then right in the blue paint there. And Folletti watched as his defenseman then cleared the puck away. But another faceoff, so kind of a slow start here to the third period. A lot of whistles in the first 2.5 minutes. They'll face it off to the left of the freshman goaltender for Notre Dame. Cooper Hamilton has been strong on the draw against Velopek.
Gets low on those draws.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. And Velopek wins it this time, gets it back to the point. Giudice shoves it right back in, where Hoffmeister will recover far side, gets it out near the far side point, And then shot from there, but Hamilton blocks it. Schrader takes off. Tried a lead pass to DeRizio. Was intercepted for the moment, but DeRizio recovers. And now Irondequoit will come back, and we've got a penalty, though, call here, a slashing call. And I believe we're going against Irondequoit, right? Yep.
Yep. Came down on the lumber.
Yeah,
Vinny DeRizio checking it, checking his stick. He's like, geez.
It's Leo Letta, their leading scorer, the defenseman. He's got an assist tonight, now 4 goals, 9 assists, but his second penalty of the game. And Notre Dame with a man advantage. They win the draw, and Schrader, nice job to get it over to DeRizio. Vinny DeRizio for Krolchek. Krolchek maneuvers, takes a shot, goes wide. DeRizio has it on the left side. Back for Hamilton. Hamilton tried in front for Schrader, but it couldn't connect. Schrader standing to the side of the cage, but just couldn't collect the pass from Hamilton. Now here's Joe DeRizio, and Joe DeRizio will try and get it into the zone. Denied, but Krolchek will cover up for Notre Dame. And the big defenseman brings it in. Passes to himself in the corner, but Mantha gets there first, but he can't get it out. Instead, shoots the puck out of play. And the faceoff will stay in the Irondequoit zone. 51 seconds in the man advantage.
Yeah, you gotta hope they take advantage of it right here. This is what we're talking about, closing out games. You got to respect the amount of flow of the DeRizio and Hamilton.
Yeah. Here's Krolchek with a shot from the point. Didn't get through. It was blocked by the forward. That was Flynn, who's got the goal for Irondequoit in this game. Made a nice defensive play there. Here's DeRizio now. Gets away from Billetier. Comes up the ice. And tried to take it into the zone. Does. Mantha has him tied up, though, in the corner. Puck squirts free. Hamilton comes up with it behind the net. Leaves it back there for DeRizio, and then it goes to Schrader in the right corner. Back to the point for Krolchek. Krolchek shot from there. Gets through, and Letta made the save.
Yep.
Rebound goes to Schrader in the corner. Schrader trying to work the give and go, trying to get the return pass, but I don't think the pass ever got to him, and a loose puck in the crease, and Letta will fall on it with just 11 seconds to go in the man advantage.
Yeah, a couple great examples right there in the 1-3-1. You get it up to the top, they work it from the top, get a nice low shot, get an opportunity, then to work it down low, a little give and go. Those things, they will pay off.
So a change in personnel for both teams. Peasy on the draw, and Irondequoit controls. And back with some speed is Billetier, and his shot right on, and Folletti had to make the save. And here's Billetier still with it, circles around, penalty time is over. A centering pass to Velopek, but Velopek's knocked off the puck, and a penalty here as he is knocked over. Story was there, but I think Whitcomb might get the penalty for Notre Dame. So Irondequoit will now have a man advantage here with 10.5 minutes to go in the third period. They trail 2-1. But they'll go on their third power play. They did score a power play goal in the second period.
Yeah, I know Mark did not want to see this kind of thing happen, but got to overcome it.
Irondequoit wins the draw, and they will set it up. Billetier playing the left point, or the right point, excuse me, over the left side now for Leo Letta, as they're going to play their 1-3-1 here. They've got Flynn down low. He's got the goal for the Eagles. Pass out high to Leo Letta, his shot, and I think Folletti, that got through and had to make the save. And here's Velopek. Send it back to the line, back to the left point, kept in there. Centering pass here, and a shot right on. And Folletti had to make the save. A good save there on the quick shot by Colton Mantha. Right between the faceoff circles, he was free. And as soon as that puck was on his stick, he let it fly. A low shot right along the ice, but Folletti with that left leg save. 57 seconds left in the penalty. Story and Joe DeRizio now come out as the forwards on the penalty kill for Notre Dame. Notre Dame wins the draw. Into the corner goes Krolchek, working in there with Joe DeRizio, and Velopek trying to come up. Krolchek doing a good job of killing some time, but Velopek digs it out of there and sends it back to the point. Velopek now top of the circle, takes a wrist shot, and that goes wide. And the puck rings around the boards and will exit the zone. Leo Letta brother of the goalie Vaughn Letta, to retrieve. Billetier tried to lead pass ahead, but Krolchek broke it up, but the rebound goes back, hit the post. Rebound right in the slot area. And one of the players hit the post, and here's a save again.
Oh, my.
A save again. I don't think he got a lot on it. That was Flynn. He tied up by Krolchek. Good thing, or he might have had a better stick on that puck. Did chip it at the goalie, and Folletti, though, had to be sharp there to keep it out of the net.
You know, we heard a lot about Vaughn Letta, but Francesco is singing, "Don't You Forget About Me," baby.
Yeah, he's played well.
Standing tall tonight for the Irish.
A couple of good saves on this penalty kill. 18 seconds left in the Irondequoit man advantage.
Big draw right here.
Velopek and Hamilton, and it is won by Notre Dame, and Gavin Schrader able to pick up that loose puck off the draw and send it down the ice. As we're about to hit 9 minutes left in this third period, and here comes Irondequoit. And this is Billetier, worked out the puck though by Krolchek, and he's able to sweep it out to center ice. Penalty time is over.
Big kill right there.
2-1 game with less than 9 minutes to go. And here's a pass, Hamilton there for Notre Dame to intercept, gets it up to Vincent DeRizio, cross ice for Schrader. And Schrader had it go off his stick into the zone, tries to chase after it though, but Irondequoit will turn and head the other way. Puck shot into the zone, but Levi Grimm right there to bang it out and almost got a pass ahead to Schrader. He would have had a break. No icing as the puck went down the ice, but Letta had to play it with his right leg. Now back to point, Hoffmaster with a shot, and that doesn't get through. Vinny DeRizio, a centering pass in front. Schrader couldn't collect. Here's the rebound. Hamilton tried to get there but could not. And Hoffmaster with a good pinch for Notre Dame. Nice pinch there to keep it in, but Notre Dame, that'll allow them to change here with 8 minutes to go. And Irondequoit on the rush. Lead pass ahead, too far. No icing called here. Hoffmaster has to go back after it. And Hoffmaster chips it ahead. And now DeRizio will get it out to center ice. Nice block there to prevent a possible break from Joe DeRizio, and it's sent back into the Notre Dame zone. Hoffmaster turns in the near side corner. Pass ahead, but taken away by Irondequoit. Hoffmaster gets it once again, and he'll split a couple of defenders and head up the ice. Here's Ronan Hoffmaster with a good move and a wrist shot. I think it might have been deflected, though, by Mantha, because it didn't look like he got a lot on that shot, and it is Letta able to glove it down for the save.
Yep, saw daylight and chased it. But a really big kill right there for the ND Irish.
7:24 to go, so midway through the period here. Hudson will bang it down low. Puck comes to the near side, chipped out, but Krolchek's there for the Fighting Irish, and he'll send it right back in. Story now will give chase. Play it up on the boards, kept in for the moment, but then it comes out to Billetier over on the left wing. Carried on by Velopek, but he's slowed down by Peasy. There's a big hit along the near side boards. Flynn takes a body from Joe DeRizio, but Velopek carries on. Sends a pass to the net. Folletti has to stick it up behind him. Puck on the back of the net, now chipped out in front, and Velopek does a good job of controlling that puck. Out to the point, here's a shot, doesn't get through, blocked by Peasy. Lead pass ahead for Joe DeRizio. 1-on-2, Joe DeRizio tried to make the move around the defenseman, but a good play by the D-man here for Irondequoit, who then heads off the other way. Still has it, and then try to get a pass down low. Here's a shot by Billetier that didn't get through. That was puck up on the near side boards now. Hudson for Notre Dame. Hudson trying to play it, but a nice job getting in there and making life difficult is Danduran for Irondequoit. The centering pass right out in front, and then Hudson has to kick it away. Hudson behind the goal here. Notre Dame having a little trouble in their own zone. Krolchek now will get it out. And a pass deflects off DeRizio, though, and Ludoff will track it down for Irondequoit. Tried to shoot it in, couldn't, but Billetier will help him out and send it deep. Hamilton, though, now the puck deflected at the blue line. It's kept in for the moment, and then DeRizio did a nice job of getting it out. And Irondequoit will have to tag up. Play a little ragged here. 5.5 minutes to go. Finally, Schrader backhands it deep. Vaughn Letta will play it. And the Eagles come back. And they'll shoot it in, lifting it in behind the cage. Going after it is Velopek. Runs into Dorizio, and that allows Hoffmaster to pick up the loose puck. He spins away from one, plays it up on the boards, but a centering pass in front is deflected away. And now coming up with it, though, is Manta. Tips it behind the net. Good work by Tucker Green of Irondequoit in a corner. Velopek in there now, too. And Velopek able to dig it free. In the face-off circle, back to the left point. There's a shot from there that goes high and wide. Comes around to the near side. There's Velopek again with a nifty little back pass to Leo Letta, and then he's tripped up. Wow, no call there, though.
They got it.
Oh, they did. The other, I was going to say, this referee was right on top of it.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, like his blade went right in the skate. The stick blade went into the skate blade.
Yeah, Notre Dame just could not get it out of the zone right there.
That's Levi Grimm that will take the penalty. So another big penalty kill here with 4:39 to go in the third period. A 2-1 Notre Dame lead. And Velopek wins the draw from Joe Dorizio, and they'll have a chance to set up here. And here's Krolchek doing a good job of intercepting that pass, but Velopek digs it out. Sends it back to the point to Letta. His shot from the point.
Nice.
Letty had to make a kick save. Irondequoit's been dangerous on the power play, and he'll get another opportunity here. A shot that deflects off the glove of Folletti. Here's Krolchek trying to get there behind the net. Ridden out of the play by Flynn, and now sent back to the middle of the ice. Kept in by Letta. Over to Billetier on the near side, looking for an opening. Pass out to the far side. A shot from a bad angle. Didn't get through, and then a centering pass. And unable to get there, and the puck comes free, and it is swept down the ice by Joe Dorizio with 42 seconds to go in the man advantage. 3:50 to go in the third period. Back come the Eagles, but Vinny Dorizio intercepts, taking his time, and now got himself tied up, and he's going to draw a penalty, though.
They got it.
He's going to draw a penalty from Manta, who kind of drilled him head first into the boards, and Dorizio's down. Hasn't gotten up yet.
That did not look good.
Well, a dangerous play. Manta complaining, but you can't do it when the player's facing the boards like that. Can't do that. He is up and okay.
He's tough as nails.
So they'll play 5 aside for the next 27 seconds, and then Notre Dame will have a man advantage for 1 minute and 3 seconds, down to 3:36 to go in the third period. 2-1 Notre Dame.
Just a fierce competitor.
A battle of unbeatens here in Batavia. And he is, I wondered if they've got 2 minutes up on the board. I was wondering if they'd give him a major.
Yeah, he did drive him in there.
What's that, half a major? 2 minutes.
It's a little bit of an issue with the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think, we've had some scoreboard issues here. Now the time taken off.
A lot of pressure on the
minute, minute and a half, so it is just a minor. But again, skaters 4 aside here for, again, the next 27 seconds. And Notre Dame has too many players on the ice. So Hamilton will exit for the moment. Schrader will take the draw. He's out there forward with Joe Dorizio. And Irondequoit controls. And here they come. Worked into the zone. Good speed by Velopek, and then Velopek tried to get a shot off, and it deflected. And Folletti held on to it. Eli Velopek, good speed coming into the zone, but really never got a clean shot away.
Yep.
13 seconds left in the penalty to Levi Grimm. Face off to the left of Folletti. Hamilton and Velopek will take the draw.
He's been outstanding on these draws tonight. This is a big one.
And one by Notre Dame. Krolchek will control. And the senior defenseman heads up the ice. Pass off to his left to Schrader. Schrader gains the blue line. Notre Dame now on the power play. Schrader for Dorizio. Dorizio, good move in the slot, takes a shot. Just knocked off to the side by Letta. I believe he got a pad on that one. Notre Dame able to keep it in. Nope, tip free, and now Irondequoit coming back. As here is Valletta. Valletta's tripped up. No call there. Krolchek got him, and here comes Schrader. Schrader in over the line, but offside call. Ooh. .41 seconds left in penalty time. And we got another penalty here. That's a misconduct he just signaled, didn't he?
He's letting him know he was unhappy with the call, but sometimes you gotta keep it together, man.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Velopek, and that hurts Irondequoit. He's been a dangerous forward for them in this game. Notre Dame wins the draw, and here's Krolchek. Irish want to keep the puck ahead of them, keep it down the ice here in the last 2 minutes to go. They've got a 5-on-3 advantage, and here's a shot up into the netting. It deflected off Flynn's stick on the shot by Vinny DiRizio and up into the netting above the cage. So with 2:36 to go, 30 seconds in the penalty to Mantha and 1:19 in the minor to Velopek. And now, late substitution here. They got too many players on the ice, don't they?
They got 4 out there.
Well, that'd be fine if the goalie was out. Right. And I'm not sure what they're doing here. The Eagles are. So we wait while the officials skate over to the Irondequoit bench. And Notre Dame wins the faceoff. And then knocked down was DiRizio. Notre Dame's got to keep the puck deep here. And here's Gavin Schrader with a good head of speed, trying to go around Giudice. And a shot by DiRizio waited a little too long, and that allowed Flynn to go down and block it. Kept in by Hamilton.
Nice job by Hamilton.
To Joe DiRizio, to Schrader. Schrader looking for a centering man. Schrader in front and knocked down. It goes back to the point to Krolchek. Krolchek now, a wristed shot goes wide. DiRizio retrieves in the left side corner. Down to 2 minutes to go, and a stretch pass is deflected away as Irondequoit trying to get a break there. And Notre Dame controlling. Hamilton out to Schrader. Schrader takes a shot it wide from a tough angle. DiRizio has to go back to retrieve to center ice. Down to 1:40 to go. Here's Cooper Hamilton. All even now. And now Schrader will head up the other way. Works around one, works around another. Gains the blue line, but offside, off to his left. Down to 1:28 to go in a 2-1 game. All the scoring, all 3 goals coming in the second period.
We'll see what's going to happen here.
Timeout Notre Dame. Yep.
Yeah, something tells me he wants to get those 5 back on the ice. Give him a breath here. Get him back out. I'm not sure.
I would think you're probably right. Irondequoit will say the same thing. They'll have their big line out there. Billetier, Velopek, and now is. Well, was someone still in the penalty box? That's what I wondered, if there was a misconduct call, and I'm not sure if that is Velopek. I see 18, that's Flynn over talking to him. Billetier's out on the ice, so that maybe Velopek's still in the box.
Yeah,
he's been dangerous in this game, yeah.
Last minute instructions there from Coach Staley. Everybody leaning in. Great learning opportunity for the young players.
So the face-off, they're going to face it off at just across the Irondequoit blue line. Tries Krolchek not out there. They've got Hoffmaster and Grimm as the defensive parry. Notre Dame wins the draw. And here's Grimm now. He'll bank it off the boards. But Irondequoit will recover with 1:20 to go. Notre Dame kind of clogging up the middle here.
Yeah, I thought they were going to run the X trap.
And here's the shot in. And then Folletti will hold it with 1:12 to go.
Yeah, they were looking to get the trap started there. I thought maybe they'd get it going, but they, like you said, clogged up the neutral zone.
72 seconds. Notre Dame wins the faceoff. And the puck is shot out to center ice. Lifted out there nicely by Ronan Hoffmaster. No icing as Letta goes back to get it. Vaughn Letta, the goaltender, on the bench now for an extra attacker. So an empty net. And there's a stretch pass that is deflected away. And Folletti not taking any chances. They're going to hold on to it again for another faceoff with 52.5 to go.
Yeah, they were setting up the trap. And here comes Krolchek.
Now he'll come on for Grimm.
Got to tie up a man.
And losing the faceoff this time, though, and Irondequoit will control at the point. Shot in deep. Flynn has it there. Flynn working the far boards. Pass over for Leo Letta. His shot deflected in front, and a loose puck goes behind the net. Try to tap it out in front. Goes to the far boards, and Hoffmaster able to get there but can't clear. May have another opportunity and does, and lifts it down the ice. Heading toward the empty net. Hoffmaster's shot just goes wide. And icing call just trickled wide of the post off to the right side with 27 seconds to go. Good work, though, by Hoffmaster on the far boards.
Yeah, hats off to Ronan right there. I mean, you know, he's stepping in, taking him for that deep position, really playing strong on the walls. Nice play there.
Yeah, he kept at it. He lost it. He had an opportunity to clear, lost it, but didn't give up and dug in there and finally was able to chip it out and just missed the empty net. So a timeout, most likely by the Eagles this time with 27 seconds to go in a 2-1 game, a battle of unbeatens here in Division III and Section 5 hockey, coming your way on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Again, our next broadcast here from Folletti next Tuesday when it's Notre Dame against the Genesee Ice Devils.
It's been a whole lot of fun, Bob, I can tell you that. These two games have been everything you could ask for in a hockey game.
Notre Dame beating Brockport in a tough battle Sunday. No, when was that? I'm mixed up. Tuesday, I guess that was, right? Yeah, Tuesday, 5-3. Sunday was the win over Geneva, or Western Finger Lakes as they're called now, 6-3. Well, the sophomore Hamilton with a big draw here. He's done well.
Yes, he has.
He did lose the last one. Let's see how he fares this time against Billetier.
Both teams banging. Here we go.
And Hamilton wins it, gets in the corner to Schrader. Schrader now will try and kill some time in the corner, and the big fellow will pin it in there, but it's dug out of there nicely by Billetier. A centering pass, but it goes to Dorizio. Dorizio shoots it down the ice. That will go wide with 14 seconds to go. So another face-off, 14.7 to be exact, but a good draw there. Good job by Schrader in the corner to kill off a few seconds.
Yeah, Hamilton on fire tonight with these draws.
Against Billetier again.
Another win.
And shot down the ice immediately by Schrader. That'll kill a few more seconds, down to 11 left. So 11 seconds. Same face-off participants, Billetier and Hamilton. Puck drops and goes to the sideboards. Goes back to the point, though. Now they'll swing it over to the near side point. Let a shot blocked there by Krolchek. And then Krolchek will shoot it down the ice. He could have killed a little more time there.
Yeah.
He probably could have, because no one was really near him. But I think just the instincts just to fire it down the ice. 1.3 to go now.
There he is again, though, stepping in.
But Krolchek with that block there, didn't let, that was Letta, who again, he's got 4 goals. Leo Letta, their leading scorer, that had the shot from the right point. but Krolchek would not let it go through. Schrader is going to come in and take this draw. And Schrader going to tie it up. It goes behind the net. Hamilton knocks it back behind the net. And Notre Dame escapes and remains unbeaten with a very hard-fought 2-1 win over the Irondequoit Eagles.
Yeah, and they should be swarming all over Francesco because he came up big for them tonight. Like I said, maybe the smallest player on the ice, but he was big tonight, baby.
Yes, he was. We don't have the official shots on goal, but he did make some clutch saves. Got some help there at the end from his teammates and some blocking shots. But Irondequoit came to play in a very hard-fought battle, and Notre Dame wins it by a score of 2-1. The scoring all came in the second period of this game. 4:53 in on the power play. It was Jordan Flynn,